But that's not the only way that we can work with multiple presentations. Suppose we're working with the same presentation in a slightly different alterations, some slight edits. For instance, suppose I send off my presentation to somebody else and they come back and say, this is the presentation you want. Well, it's all very good, but I can't see what you changed. For all I know, they're good changes, they're bad changes, but I need to be informed. Well, what we can do is we can compare two presentations, an open one and one that you've got saved on disk. So you remember at the beginning of last video, I created a version 2. So now I'm going to compare this open version 1 with version 2. So to do that, I go to the view and click on compare. So there's my version 2. I click merge. And now you can see differences. So we have this reviewing pane open, which we can open and close here. And let's give it slightly less. So we can see what slides have changed and what the details are. So this one has changed. But what's happened? Well, we've got a little icon up here which shows the revision. So let's click on that. And we can see that some animations have changed. If I go down here, there are some insertions. Well, let's click on the insertions. All right, so we can see a little icon over here. So we can see what's been inserted. It's another slide. So I can say yay or nay to those. What's happened down here is slide 36. It's been deleted. Well, what's happened was since I sent it off, I added some extra slides. So what am I going to do? Well, let's have a look at each of these changes in turn. So let's have a look at the next revision. So the next revision is I deleted slide 36. Well, I'm not going to want to accept that. So let's move on, see what else we did. Oh, we inserted all of these. Let's go to the beginning. Non-mergeable content animations. Okay, I'll accept that change. In fact, I'll accept all changes to this slide. Right, so go on to the next. Oh, we inserted a new slide. Well, I'm going to reject all changes to that slide. So let's click on that and I'm going to reject that change, except for some reason I can't. But I can go through each of these, go accept or whatever, or not, and then some of these I can accept, some of these I can reject. I can accept individual changes, I can accept changes to a particular slide, or I can accept changes to all the presentation. But you notice I wasn't able to reject everything. That's because, unlike words, some of these changes can be a bit more subtle. In animations, you can't see them on the screen. So it does limit your options. But at the end, you can end your review. Notice what happens. It accepts what you've accepted and rejects everything else. So I'll do that. End review. Are you sure you want to end the review? This will end the review and any unapplied changes will be discarded. Okay. So now everything that I've said yes to has happened, and everything that I said no to or wasn't able to say no to hasn't happened. So that is how we can compare a separate version of the same presentation. You can just add it in and then it merges the two together, and then you can go through accepting or rejecting the changes, or at least being able to see what they have changed.